everyone, welcome to PhotoPlay's YouTube channel and welcome to Tuesdays with Tina. Today I'm super excited to share some fun summery cards with you today. We're using the PhotoPlay paper Sweet Sunshine 12 by 12 collection pack. Lots of fun, vibrant pattern papers in here and an amazing sticker sheet. So we're just using pattern papers and sticker sheet to create our cards today. Now there is a coordinating My Colors cardstock variety. It's Sweet Sunshine, so it's going to match perfectly with your collection kit. And I'm going to create my card bases with the orange sherbet cardstock. It's a nice heavy weight. And it's this one here. How I do it is I bring in my paper trimmer and I'll just trim it at 4 1/4 and then I'll score it at 5 1/2, and then there's a little bit left over. I keep that because I can always use it on another project, but that's how I create my card bases. I'm going to create 2 card bases with my orange sherbet, and then we're going to jump in and pick out some pattern papers. The pattern papers that I'm going to be using, you can see they're bright and cheery, and I just love the colorful summery feel of this. I'm going to tell you the names of the paper because some of your favorite craft stores sell the sheets individually. And again, these are 12 by 12 sheets that are in the collection pack because we're going to be using the sticker sheet, but they also have these individually. So this is Summer Vibes. We have Catching Waves, Sun Rays, Stay Cool, and Let's Chill. I'm going to actually use the opposite side of Let's Chill. It has a beautiful hibiscus flowers in there, and I love the tropical look of this, so we'll be using some of this cardstock too. So I'm going to trim down some panels in my card bases, and we're going to jump in with our first card. I created my card base. It's a top folding A2 size card base with my orange sherbet from the My Colors cardstock. And then I have a panel that measures 3 3/4 inches wide by 5 inches tall. I chose this panel this way we can mat our stripe paper on it. I'm going to go all the way to the top with it and glue this down, and then we'll adhere this all the way to the top of our card base here. This stripe panel measures 3 1/2 inches wide by 4 3/4. Then I have 2 strips of the pattern paper. This has the waves on it, and this is just a tone-on-tone green. This is a 1/2 inch strip, and this is 3/4 inches. I'm going to tape these 2 together. We're just going to tape it right down the middle. Now this is going to be adhered here, but before I do that, I have some more of the stripe paper, and then I have that orange tone-on-tone and the hibiscus floral pattern. We're going to take a A2 rounded rectangle die set. This is from PhotoPlay, and I'm going to create a panel. I think I want to go on the smaller side. And we will trim down one of these rounded rectangles, and then I want to top my hibiscus panel with some stripes. So I just want a partial piece here, maybe about this big, maybe some blues. I went ahead and die cut out my rounded rectangles, and while I was at it, I die cut out a slightly larger one to kind of frame my hibiscus here, and that's what we're going to do. But before we do that, I have that stripe piece. I'm going to flip it around. We're going to add some adhesive behind this, and just for something a little bit different, I'm going to line it up at the very top, and then we're going to tack this down in the center of our white rounded rectangle. Okay, I have some orange and white baker's twine. I'm going to take that, and at that seam, we're going to cover it. And we tied the bow off to the right. Okay, let's put this off to the side, and now we have our stripe paper. I'm going to line this up here. I think that's a good place for it. So I'm going to flip over this pattern paper using my tape runner. We'll adhere it over here, and then I'll trim off the excess. I'm going to add some fun, some pop-up foam behind my panel for a little bit of dimension. I just used those same rounded rectangle dies and cut out a foam piece. We're going to add some adhesive, tack this down, and then I will secure this on my card base. I think the cardstock's light enough to write your message, but if you wanted to, you could add some white printer paper in there or some cardstock to write your message. Now is the fun part. We get to add some stickers. Lots of fun stickers and borders too. For my sentiment, I chose sunny days. And since this is a sticker and we're making a card, I'm going to bring back some of that foam. And then I'm just going to trim it down so it'll fit behind my sticker. I'll just tack that down. And then using my anti-static powder tool that I use for embossing, I'm going to go over the sticker part. And then that way it's not sticker no more. And it's actually a sticker where we want it. And then I'll use my tape runner and we will add some adhesive behind here. And then I'm going to place this on our card here. We're centering it. And I'm taking the little tropical drink and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to flip it around and I have some extra of that foam. We're just going to trim away the excess. I actually doubled up on the very bottom piece that I put foam on. And then we can take I'll take my summery drink. I'm going to put it right in the middle, covering that A. And then for a little bit of extra sparkle, I'm going to bring in some stars here. And we're going to add a few. I'm going to take my glossy accents and go over the cup portion of our tropical drink here. And then just for a little extra sparkle, I have some glitter. And I'm just going to use a piece of cardstock here. And I'm going to add a little sparkle to our drink. Kind of looks like bubbles. And that will finish off my first card. For my next card, I did create the same A2 card base with my orange sherbet cardstock, and then I created some rounded rectangles using some pattern papers here, and I did the same thing, a partial with the orange so it would layer on my panel. And then I created a frame using white cardstock, and also I did a white panel here. We're going to start off by taking a panel that measures 1 3/4 inches tall by 4 1/4 inches wide, and we're going to adhere this to the very bottom of our card base. I'm just going to use my tape runner for this. We'll just tack this down. And then I have a strip of our green cardstock. I'm going to use my glue for this. I'm going to create a thin bead over my measurements so we can hide those. And then we will tack down our 1/4 inch strip right over the top here. I'm bringing back my orange and white baker's twine. And I'm going to tie a bow at the seam. Now we have all of our panels, and I love creating frames. So I have this that's the same width as this panel here that we created with the waves. what we're going to do is flip this around, and then I'm going to use my glue, and we're going to add this right over our wave pattern paper. And then this piece here I created with the inside rectangle, so it'll fit together just like a puzzle, like so. And then I will layer this on here, and then I will layer this on my panel. Instead of layering on this on my panel, what I'm going to do is pop this up with some foam adhesive. So I have some foam. I'm just going to use my tape runner. We will add this first, and then we have a little bit of dimension here. You can see. And then this is going to go in the center of our card base. I might have to turn over my bow a little bit. We'll put it right on the edge. And then this is going to go in the center of my card panel. Now we're going to add our stickers. I really like the walking on sunshine. I think that's really cute. So I think we'll add that with some foam. And I'm thinking the umbrella will be cute on here. I think we'll add the tote bag too. And then that's going to go directly on my panel. And then we'll pop up our flip-flops, and we'll add those right at the base of our umbrella. Okay, we're going to add those same star sequins for this card as well. And that will finish off my second project. So here's both of my cards that I created today with the super fun and summery with the PHOTOPLAY Papers 12 by 12 collection pack called Sweet Sunshine. Lots of summer fun in this collection. I hope you get a chance to check it out. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.